Hello, everyone. This is tall. I'm going to get this out of the way. My name's Becca. I'm American. I'm sorry. Do I have any other Americans in the house tonight? My brothers and sisters! How exciting! Where are y'all from?
I'm from California. Oklahoma.
Ooh, fun. Nice little sandwich there. I moved to Sydney with a student visa, which is now expiring, so I'm getting kicked out of this nation girt by sea. But I really like Australia. You guys have much better wages than we do in America. You have much less water in your toilets, which makes them clog less. Trust me on that. And Golden Gay Times are like the best friggin' thing I've ever put in my mouth, ever. But you do have weird names for things. Like you call cotton candy fairy floss. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Like if we believe floss to mean what I think floss means, what is a fairy gonna do with that? You know? What we call appetizers, you call entrees. What we call entrees, you call mains. What we call small, you call large. And what we call large, you don't have here. America, go big or go home. You know, people always ask me, what do you like better? I still can't do an Australian accent. Becca, what do you like better? Australia or America? How's that? That's bad. And this is what I always tell them. I always say, Australia is the place where I pet a kangaroo and I swam in the Great Barrier Reef. And America is the place I shit my pants in a grocery store. I shit my pants in a grocery store in college, uni. I went to college in rural North Carolina, which is a southern state. And if you know anything about the American South, you know it's full of characters. Oklahoma. People you think were made up in like a Mark Twain novel or a Coen Brothers film, but no, these people exist. It's what I imagine like everyone in far north Queensland to be like. My mom is southern, and I grew up in the south, thank God. But I grew up in the north, oh my God. I did not grow up in the south. But I spent a lot of time in the south because my mom was from there visiting family, and I had an aunt that anytime I would come over, she would tickle my pickles. Armpits, stop it, gross. Armpits, pickles are armpits in the south. They're not. But she thought they were. My dad, when he proposed to my mother way back when, he didn't ask for my grandfather's permission to ask for my mom's hand, which is blasphemy down there. And legend has it that my mom ran home to my grandfather, who was just going through his shirts in his closet. It was a weeknight. Just going through them, making sure they're all there, all straight, all white. It's the South. And my mom said, Papa, Chris proposed. And my grandfather, whose name was Buford Terrell, character, we called him BT. BT paused, looked at my mom, not my dad, who was standing next to her, looked at my mom, looked back at his shirt watching, and said, that's right nice. That's the South. Polite, but they're hiding things. So it's a Sunday, the Lord's Day, and I went out the night before at a college party, and so I was feeling a bit dusty. And I woke up and I was hungover, hangry, and I needed food. We had no food in my house. I had to go grocery shopping. So I decided to start my day at Starbucks. I don't know if this joke is going to land here because Australia is above Starbucks, but this is America, and we start our day at Starbucks. And I ordered a Frappuccino, which is just an iced drink full of whipped cream and sugar and nothing else. And I decided that that was the right thing to put in my body after a night full of vodka and rum and Bud Light and Jungle Juice and other stuff. I'm kidding! Don't do drugs! I don't do do drugs. I shit my pants in public, but I don't fucking do drugs. Okay. Sunday, Lord's Day, Starbucks. And there is an employee at the Huffman Mill Road Starbucks in Elon, North Carolina, try to prove me wrong. He's a large man with a small voice. And without fail, when he gives you your drink, he says, "Thank you much, have a good one." So I got my Frappuccino, "Thank you much, have a good one." And thank you much. And I make my way to Food Lion, which Food Lion is America's IGA. This is a good thing. I would much rather shit my pants at an IGA than a Harris Farm. You know what I mean? The Lord was on my side that day. So I'm in Food Lion, perusing the aisles, drinking my Frappuccino, and I start sweating. Now, I ignore this because, ladies, you'll get me. When you're hungover, but if you manage to take your makeup off the night before bed, and you didn't text your ex, like, that's fine. That's not a bad hangover. You're nodding. So I was like, I'm not worried about this hangover. I keep shopping. I ignore the sweat, and I spot peanut butter. Now, Australians do not appreciate the value of peanut butter like Americans do, but we fucking love it. And when you go into a grocery store and you're in the peanut butter aisle, there are fucking 3 shelves of different kinds of peanut butter. Creamy, crunchy, oil, no oil, Skippy, Jif, peanut butter. Peter Pan was what I was supposed to say there. Peanut butter, you name it, we have it. So I decide this creamy, protein-filled goodness is exactly what I need at this moment. So I pick my prey. I reach slowly so as not to startle any of the customers around me. It's far. I reach. That's when it happens. I need to interject here. I have never shit my pants before. And the first time you poop your pants, you don't believe it. You don't believe that your body can do that. It's kind of like when you and your partner orgasm at the same time for the first time and you're like, what? I didn't know my body could do that. That's what shitting your pants is like, except you're alone and it's not fun. So I had to ask myself, Rebecca, did you just shit yourself? I had to think about it and I was like, yeah, you definitely just did that. And out of the corner of my eye, I see a middle-aged Southern woman, character, with an expression on her face, and she knew. She had caught whiff that something was up, and I just looked at her and said, nothing happened! Like when you have a boy over for the first time, and you're in your basement, and you have a blanket over you, and you're exploring with your hand, and you realize a penis feels like the eyelid for the first time, and then your dad comes down, and you're like, nothing happened! That's what this was like. And I had to prove to her nothing had happened. So I reached for the peanut butter, put it in my cart, womaned up, went to the checkout. There was no self-checkout, it was a Food Lion. It was a Sunday, it was busy, long line, waited in line. Put my food on the conveyor belt. Dead eye contact with the cashier. Paid for my groceries. Put my groceries in my car, went to my car, put my groceries in my car, sat in my car, drove my car home. All with shit in my pants. So I'm up here to tell all of you, women, don't underestimate what you can do with shit in your pants. Thank you.